Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Arias, and this is my Affinity Space project, and it's going to be based off golf. So, what is golf and why? Here are some pictures that describe golf. It's makes me definitely happy in the far left, and the far right here is a graduation picture of me in a golf ball with my girlfriend's face. So, golf is a sport. It's probably the hardest sport I've ever played in my whole entire life. And why did I choose golf? Well, when COVID happened, everything was closed and there was nothing else to do. So my friend was like, "Hey, let's go to the driving range, hit a couple golf balls." I had never played golf before. I did not know what I was getting myself into. I was like, "Okay, sure, fine. Let's go ahead and do it. There's nothing else to do." And I hit one good golf shot, and it changed my whole life forever. I was like, "Wow, like that actually went up in the air instead of everything just kind of rolling out." So I learned the sport. I learned about the legends. Um, I learned, what a par was, what a birdie, why they play 18 holes, the history of, it takes 18 shots for a bottle of whiskey to finish. So, they would take a drink, they would take a shot every hole. And they realized that after 18, they would run out of alcohol. So, 18 holes. But it's a gentleman's sport. But now it's becoming more competitive. There is more hype involved with golf, and I feel like golf is starting to grow as a sport. And I chose golf because I realized that it's the only sport where I'm competing against myself. It's a very mental game. It's hard on the mind. Definitely on the body too. It's the first time actually, after the driving range, I was really sore. I worked out muscles that I didn't even know needed to be worked on. So it was definitely a challenge for me. And just learning how to control a shot, different types of shots, different types of wedges. There's just so much that goes into the game of golf. It's not an easy sport like everybody says. Everybody always assumes, oh, it's just a little ball. How hard can it be? Well, it's really hard to hit that little ball, and it's really hard to control it and have it go where you want it to be. Golf taught me patience. It taught me how I can't let one bad shot dictate the rest of my round or the rest of my game. Because if I let something that has no purpose in the future affect me now, then my future is just gonna be messed up. Like if I'm playing golf and I hit a bad golf shot, I can't be mad or upset because I'm like, if I keep this negative mentality, then my next golf shot is gonna be a negative one, and my whole game is gonna be negatively, and I'm not gonna have fun, and everything's just gonna go downhill. Instead, and Schoolboy Q even talked about this. He said that life changed him because it sometimes you hit good shots and sometimes you hit bad. But just because you hit a bad shot doesn't mean that you can't hit a good shot on your next shot. And everything like that applies to life because if something goes wrong, you can't well let small one thing kind of ruin the rest of your day or ruin your life. Like you have to be able to move on and you have to be able to let things go. And that's what golf teaches you, to just let things go, to battle against yourself because you're only getting better against yourself. You can't cheat anyone in golf, you can only cheat yourself. So this is why I chose golf and why I love it because it's so competitive and it just keeps challenging me and making me want more and more. Um, so golf has become my happy place. I love going golfing. It's so relaxing, gives me peace of mind, and behind me, like I did some graduation pictures while I put on a golf at Oak Quarry in Riverside, and it's just like look how beautiful that is. Like you appreciate nature, you appreciate good grass, the views, um, and it just makes you connect with with the environment more, with nature. I always felt like I didn't care for golf courses, but now I'm always looking at the golf courses, looking at the grass, the trees, and I've had some great golf. I've played some great golf courses, and I've seen a lot of animals. I ran into coyotes. Like it's been such a blessing to play this sport. I feel like it's opened my eyes and it's made me a better person, a more calm person, and understanding person. So golf has become my happy place, and it's my safe space. I want to talk about some accomplishments because you know what? There are some accomplishments when it comes to golf. So, on the far left, there's a picture of me holding a ball with my girlfriend's face, and it wasn't a hole in one. Still yet to have one of those. But this was my first slam dunk. So I was about 80 yards away. I was on my third shot on a par four. A par four means that you just got to make the hole in four shots. You have to put the ball inside the hole in four shots. If it's a par three, you got to put the ball in the hole in three shots. A par five, you got to put the ball in the hole in five shots. Anything over that, it's a bogey or double bogey. You don't want that. And even if it's four, it's a par four, and you do it in three shots instead of four, then you get a birdie, and it's a minus one. The point of golf is to play the less golf as possible. So this was my third shot on a par four, 80 yards out. I hit the ball, perfect. This is the most perfect strike ever. Goes up in the air, and it lands directly into the hole. Didn't take a bounce, did nothing. It just slammed dunk into the hole, and that is something that it's the odds of that are just super super like low. Like it's really hard to do a shot like that. It's really hard to get a slam dunk, and I got a slam dunk birdie with my girlfriend's face on the ball that she gave me for my graduation. So I had to frame that. So I have it in a little box, and it's one of those great accomplishments. So whenever I'm playing like a par three, that's the one where you can get a hole in one. I always use a ball with my girlfriend's face because she's special to me, and it'd be nice to have a special moment and her being a part of it. The second one is the day that I actually broke 100. So this was this year. This year, and actually the slam dunk happened on New Year's of 2022. So I've been since COVID happened. So I'm still fairly new to golf, and I'm slowly getting better. I'm improving. I do want to take lessons. I was taking some lessons, but my coach got married, and it's been really hard to keep up with his schedule. But only 56% of golfers actually break 100, and I finally did it. I did it in May, so I'm super excited. My golf game has definitely improved. I shot a 45 in the front and a 45 in the back, so I definitely shot 90. I got three pars. I didn't get birdies this time. Birdie would have definitely helped me out, or another par. But I was super happy. Me and my friends were looking at my scorecard. We're like, "Oh my god, Eric! Like you're breaking 100." And I was like, "Don't get into your head because golf is the sport that will humble you the most." So I was like, you know what? I'm just enjoying the vibes. I'm playing my game. Play your shots. Do what you got to do. And um, I got I think I got a bogey on the last hole, and I could have broken 90. I could have shot at 89. If that would have happened, then that would have probably been a really big highlight because only 26% of golfers actually break 90. 26% of golfers only break 90. Um, and it usually takes a golfer 5 to 7 years to finally break 90. So if I would have done that in just 2 years of golfing, then that would have been a really good morale boost. But those are some of my accomplishments, and I'm gonna keep going forward. So applications. So yes, the golf community is growing. I don't use Facebook as much anymore, but the picture in the middle, there's this group called Dude, Where's My Par? It's a big community space on Facebook. Like it's a group, new old golfers. Everyone's always there. Just kind of sometimes they talk smack to each other, but most of the time giving feedback on tip swings, on what courses to play. If they play at a bad course and be like, hey, I don't recommend you spending money on this, they'll go ahead and let you know. So there's a guy right there. People are giving him feedback. So it's a good spot to meet other golfers. On the far right, it's the application where I record all my shots. So it's called 18 Birdies app. What this does is basically just it GPS locates whatever golf course you're in, and it tracks you. It'll tell you, okay, you're playing here, and when you're on the first tee, it'll tell you the layout of the hole. So it'll be like, oh, it's like a 400 yard par. It's a 400 yard par four. So we believe that you should shoot here, and then you should shoot here, and then this is how to keep score, how to look. and to know where you're hitting. On the far left is a it's an Instagram. I made an Instagram post called Eric Arias Golf just to like kind of like follow up on my golf journey. I have 112 followers. I've only posted 3 videos. I haven't really been posting because I've just been using my regular main account because I have more followers there. But when I first made this, I was a 42 handicap, and the handicap just tells you like how good you are. You know, like if you want to be really good, you want to be a 15 handicap or below. A scratch golfer is someone who has maybe like a 1 or 2 handicap, but there's a lot of terms that go into golf. But yeah, 42 and one, yeah, that's a big difference right there. But in a year and a half, I've gone down to a 26 handicap, so I definitely have been improving, but still a long way to go for me. And I just want to talk about because I just came back from New York this weekend, and I want to talk about memorable golf course. So this is Beth Page Black. It is the fifth hardest golf course in the United States, but I believe this is like the number one public, not private public. So it's open to the public, and it's like very famous because there's this warning sign in front of it. It says, you know, the black course is an extremely difficult course, which we recommend only for highly skilled golfers. So I shot a 116 here, so I did not break 100, but I did break 120. And I was super proud of myself because, like I said, I'm still a beginner. But the fact that I was still, you know, able to compete with this beauty and monstrous golf course, it was just something so special to me because Tiger Woods went here, Brooks Koepka went here, which are golfers that I look up to. And I was like, I am standing where Tiger Woods was standing, where he shot, or where Brooks shot. Like, I kept watching the videos of them playing this golf course, and I was trying to imitate, but this golf course is all walking. It was the most beautiful, well maintained golf course I've ever seen in my entire life that I've ever played. And I was getting super emotional because it was just so surreal. Like I couldn't believe it, like the walk and everything, just the whole experience, and things were going good, and I felt like I found myself. It brought this sense of like peace and so much serotonin. But yeah, I was very emotional playing this golf course, and I was super happy. And there's me and my best friend Tony, and he's the one that got me into golf. So I was super grateful to experience this moment with him. And here is the last hole coming back to the clubhouse, and it's just, you know, like just looking at this, like I was just speechless. It's the most beautiful golf course ever. It was amazing, and I'm really glad and thankful for golf. It's changed my life, and I know I went and blabbed around about golf, but I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about golf, and it's a super hard sport. If you ever want to give it a shot, go to your local driving range or Top Golf, hit a couple golf balls, and you know, it just takes one. It just takes one good shot, and then you'll be hooked. But yeah, guys, so this is my Affinity Space project. Thank you so much for listening and for being a part of this. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day. Take care. Bye.